Hello kids, welcome to I Love Trains 4. Today we're going to be heading down to the Art1 train show where the DPSL train club has set up. Then we'll go to the convention center in Sacramento to also see them in action once again. We'll also be talking about streamlined steam engines. Songs by a favorite singer-songwriter James Coffey. All aboard!
Travel along on the railroad track with the little boxcar being pulled back. You can hear the sound of that clickety-clack as they pass the houses and the little toy shack. It's a wonderful kind of feeling, it's a feeling I can't explain. It's a wonderful kind of feeling, that's the reason I love toy trains. They make me feel just fine. There's always lots of fun coming down the line, past the station house and the railroad sign. It's a wonderful kind of feeling, it's a feeling I can't explain. It's a wonderful kind of feeling, that's the reason I love toy trains. It's a wonderful kind of feeling, it's a feeling I can't explain. It's a wonderful kind of feeling, that's the reason I love toy trains.
Today we're at the Ardenwood train show. They have a lot running here. Like these two, like this Algo A unit and Algo B unit. They also have a Shay. Off-road porter. My friends Finley and Ben came here, and the off-road porter is owned by my friend Finley. Ben and Finley are good friends of mine. Them and me have been working for a while. Back in part 1, Finley and Ben joined us for the ride on the Golden Gate Live Steam Club that Finley is in. So let's get some grand footage of the layout in action. Our club's been open for many years, and we like to go to various train shows such as this one, and the railway convention that in Sacramento that we'll be at later on. Now let's get some footage of the trains running around. Now off to the train convention in Sacramento. Now we're at the Sacramento train convention. Let's see what we got going on here.
I bet he did. That'll at least be a bonus for him, huh? What happened to that car, bro? No. Oh my.
There's our nut tree. So much fun. It was the coolest layout ever. There's Charlie and Colton. Say hi, guys. There's Bill. There's our bridge. There's our carnival. Hi. All of our goodies.
Timeless, they were built sleek and fast, streamlined for the future and fueled by the past. They were tall as iron giants, cloaked in their steel shrouds, like chariots from the future, arriving on misty clouds. New York Central, rail and machine, fire, smoke and steam. New York Central, ghosts of the rails. From New York to Chicago, traveling along the rails, you could smell the history in the air with each breath that you'd inhale. Like a noble knight of olden days with his armor and his shield, and 400,000 pounds of iron, chrome and steel. New York Central, rail and machine, fire, smoke and steam. New York Central, ghosts of the rails. With miles of cars behind them, faster than ever before, the 20th Century Limited and the majestic Commodore. I remember the mighty Mercury like it was yesterday, the train of tomorrow, dressed in gleaming gray. New York Central, rail and machine, fire, smoke and steam. New York Central, ghosts of the rails. New York Central, rail and machine, fire, smoke and steam. New York Central, ghosts of the rails.
Oh no!
Back in the day, railways were slowly dying out as air travel was more efficient than rail travel. So the railways decided to do something. They decided to make their passenger trains faster by making their engines more sleek and better looking than planes, so they could go faster. So they decided to put metal sheeting and curving it up front to make them go faster. Underneath all the sheets was still a regular steam engine.
Long ago there was a day when it looked like the rails would die away. Other machines would go farther and faster, and the steamer trains were headed for disaster. But men with steel in their veins vowed to save the railway trains. They worked day and night, and when they were done, a new era had just begun. People stared in awe and wonder. They were fast and sleek and full of thunder. They followed the path of smoke and fire. They were called streamliners. When it looked like the rails would not survive, like a phoenix rising, they came alive. Headed down that railway line was an engine made for a future time. The Hudson, Daylight, and Burlington Zephyr, standing proud and better than ever, flying by like the westward wind. A new railroad was ushered in. People stared in awe and wonder. They were fast and sleek and full of thunder. They followed the path of smoke and fire. They were called streamliners. There was a day when it looked like the rails would die away. Other machines would go farther and faster, and the steamer trains were headed for disaster. But men with steel in their veins vowed to save the railway trains. They worked day and night, and when they were done, a new era had just begun. People stared in awe and wonder. They were fast and sleek and full of thunder. They followed the path of smoke and fire. They were called streamliners.
Well, I gotta go to bed. See you guys next time in I Love Trains Part 5.
That sound of that clickety-clack as they travel along down the railroad track, with the little boxcars being pulled and back, and that little puff of smoke coming out the stack. I love the toy train. I love the toy train. I love the way they look and the way they sound, stopping at the stations in every town. I love the way they travel all around and round. That's the reason I love toy trains. I love to hear the sound of that clickety-clack as they travel along down the railroad track, with the little boxcars being pulled and back. That's the reason I love toy trains.